not only do these SEAL teams need to be here interrogating all the suspects, they need to be interrogating everybody who's part of Tish James's investigation, the Attorney General's investigation, Sarah George and Mayor Mulvaney Stanik's investigations, the federal investigation she turned over when they set Senator Sanders' office on fire, that with the bioweapon, not to mention the fact that bringing in drugs and fentanyl is a bioweapon too. Now, the difference between the drugs as a bioweapon and that respiratory illness that was injected into raccoons is people choose to do drugs. But even that, I think, is a relatively small number. I think most of the people choosing to do that aren't necessarily doing it. A very small number are actually narcissistic personality disorder. I think most of them are people like me who have untreated medical issues due to the unbundling and upcoding kickback fraud that leaves them in crippling pain. And it's bad enough when you actually have a home. When you're homeless and you have to be on your feet a lot to get water, find a bathroom, find this, find that, go get food. That's a whole different ballgame. That's coercion. They're deliberately creating the circumstances where you're going to go need to find drugs on the street just to be able to function and maintain to stay alive. You can't live without water. You've got to have personal hygiene. You've got to find a place to go to the bathroom. You got to eat. And especially those of us with serious medical conditions. Especially when you're dealing with sepsis on a regular basis. Which I'm not, now that I'm actually following the regimen that the doctors have prescribed. I went off the chemo meds, which I shouldn't have. They would give me a series of shots of Rocephin, and I would only take one or two. And once I felt better, I wouldn't finish it, like an asshole. Which I was trying to be conservative with what I had, so I wouldn't have to go out and go through the rigmarole of getting another batch of meds and risk those people getting detected and getting killed. I'm actually following it now. I make sure I keep plenty of food in my check box so I can take the chemo pills, and I make sure I don't take the Rocephin shot every single day, but at least 2-3 times a week. I get into a place with a private bathroom where I can go in and do it. Because I got to have a mirror. I got to be able to see. Because that shit hurts. That Rocephin, it sits there and it just hurts. It hurts like hell for a long, long time after you take that shot. But anyway, my point is, this is beyond the bullshit of, well, we need independent evidence to corroborate blah, 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 blah. Not anymore. You need special forces, and some of those special forces need to be affiliated with the bioweapons, virology, and disease bioweapons specialists. Whoever that is, I don't know who that is. This, like I said, this is way out of my fucking league. I am not qualified to interrogate somebody about a bioweapon. I'm not a goddamn doctor. Once they dropped this bioweapon that crossed over to humans, and they did it over and over and over again, and we now have evidence that it is affecting animals and thus humans, probably globally, you do not need me out here anymore. Whoever is telling you that is lying to you. You need to quit following those bad orders, which it's real clear you're letting Virginia G. Piper run your fucking investigation deliberately to fuck it up. Okay, I get it, but now that she's dropped a bioweapon, you don't have to pussyfoot around with the bitch anymore. You've got her dead to rights. This is death penalty shit. This isn't just racketeering treason. This isn't just, oh, she worked with Mossad. This isn't just, oh, she's part of the criminal enterprise that assassinated a U.S. president, and now they assassinated Charlie Kirk if he's even dead, and oh, they killed Epstein. That's small potatoes compared to them releasing a goddamn bioweapon multiple times that cross over to humans. In a goddamn public park, at a school. That's the same as if they said that's bigger than when they found the pipe bombs downtown. This is bigger than that. So miss me with the, oh, we need you to get confessions out of this one. Confession. No, the fuck you don't need from me for bait anymore. This is beyond Tish James. This is beyond Hochul's independent investigation. This is beyond Sarah George, any state or federal investigations. And any of those investigations who aren't getting the military in here to raid all the fucking labs affiliated with their wildlife rabies vector program and finding out exactly what the fuck they did is complicit. They're traitors too. Anybody who gives comfort or aids the enemy is a traitor. So I don't want to hear, oh well, we're going to deal with Trump. You don't let them set off bioweapons in the meantime. That right there unites the country and is going to demand all of them get fucking hung at a new Nuremberg. So you've got about a month to figure out what you're going to do. After that, I'm out of here. And I'm going to invite Dad to come up here as soon as he possibly can, lest he get killed in the meantime. I'm going to tell Mom to fuck off and die. I don't give a shit if they kill her. Or Mary or Meredith. Dad wanted to put an end to them a long time ago because of what they did to me to obstruct him in his cruise investigation. And I thought, no, I can change them. No, I can't. They're a narcissistic personality. I don't give a shit if they were goddamn adult children of alcoholics. There's a whole lot of people that are adult children of alcoholics. They ain't fucking sociopaths. Then they pull Roger in. Why are you going to pull in a convicted drug trafficking felon who got a sweetheart deal? And then when he got out of prison, he did less than 3 years, gets fucking federal housing. You don't get federal housing with a drug charge? Even a misdemeanor. And a maintenance job at a fucking college? Fuck out of here. And plus, he done killed his daughter and his wife. I remember his drunken rants on Facebook. I can't even cry for my own daughter. No, because you murdered her. So, not to mention they killed Meredith, played a role in killing Sean when she's sitting there shaming him. Oh, he had issues. Bitch, so do you. You're fucking Klan to the fucking core. Sean was a good kid. I remember Sean cussing Bob Green out for him being such a fucking piece of Klan shit. They killed Sean because they knew if Sean was ever questioned, he would roll on all of it. She says, oh, he's just like Bob. No, bitch, you're just like Bob. He drank to cope with all of your fucking Klan asses. Did he fucking assert white privilege? I'm sure he did, but you guys wanted to traffic drugs for all these Iran-Contra Epstein-allied Iran-Contra motherfuckers, so I don't really give a shit what happens to them. But I'm telling you, you need to go public quick because they're not just going to kill their snitches. They're going to kill active military. Remember they turned Fort Bragg into a drug trafficking fucking. They'll kill all those people. They'll say, oh, we got a new strain of COVID and you're mandated to get a fucking jab and you have to come in, and then it won't have nothing to do with COVID or any vaccine, or it didn't even have to be about COVID. They could say, we've got a new vaccine for the norovirus and you have to come in and get vaccinated. So, as a matter of national security, and then shoot them up with whatever. And load them up with a lethal dose of fentanyl. And it don't even have to be on the military base. They can do it to vets at the damn VA hospitals. They can do it to the dependents at the civilian hospitals. They're stalling to buy time to clean house on anybody who can roll on them, whether they're partners in crime or innocent whistleblowers who've been